What's going on, guys? This is KNasty3890 here. Welcome back to the episode of Cincinnati Reds Draft Only Challenge Franchise. This is episode number 7. We did the year 2023. We'll be doing the next year. The offseason going into the next year. Offseason, as you guys know, will be very short, brief, because we're only building the team through the draft. We improved this past year. I don't want to say just missed the playoffs, but we were pretty close. We ended up finishing 8 games out, but I mean, there were stretches where if we just won a couple games on the end, it could have been close. But the division's up for grabs, barring these teams don't make drastic changes in the offseason. Let's sim to the offseason and see what happens. The Braves defeat the Twins. That's a rematch of 91, I believe. But the Twins won that World Series. So I think that's 90. Yeah, that was John Smoltz versus Jack Morris, Game 7. Great game. Watch that. It's probably on YouTube. Watch that after this video. Watch that game. It was a great game. Let's go to retired players. No one from our team retired. I'm not going to go through all these. No one made the Hall of Fame, so our staff is good. We don't have to worry about that. All right, so exclusive free agents. Normally, I'm going to be in the mindset of let these guys walk, get draft picks. However, Romano pitched damn well for us last year. Now, the relievers, we have been building up a strong bullpen through the farm system, through the draft. For instance, we let these 3 guys walk. Peralta, Lorenzen, and Garrett. And to be perfectly honest, Peralta was pretty bad as a reliever. 4.57 ERA is pretty bad. Lorenzen has been pretty bad for 3 straight years. Garrett was pretty good last year. It's pretty solid, 3.5 ERA. But we do have Rivas. We have Tejada. We have Montoya. We have Castro's a young guy. We have... Where is he? We have this guy, Nevar, who even though his overall's terrible, the guy always pitches well. We have other options. I'll take the 3 extra draft picks. But with Romano, because we have Stevenson, we have Romano, we have Green, Maley, Blue. We do have these other guys coming up. But I think he's important for us. I think he's going to... I'm not sure these guys are ready yet. Usually relievers, they can come in. Starters usually take a little bit more time. But we are going to give him a qualifying offer just in case we can't come up to a deal. But I don't want to give him a long-term deal. I want to keep it 2 years. We'll pay you a little bit of extra money, but 2 years. That way, in 2 years from now, let's do a 1-year deal. Let's play year to year with Romano. That way, if next year we realize, Lou Lawrence or some of our other, Rex Duncan, some of our other prospects are ready, goodbye Romano, get the draft pick, see you later. So I'll tender all these guys qualifying offers. Now, I think they will probably accept it. Maybe not Peralta. We'll see. Hey, maybe other teams will give them a deal and they'll just go in free agency. But then I think we'll still get the draft pick, which will be great. If we can get 3 extra draft picks in next year's draft, that's huge. So now we can sim a few days, see what happens, and then we can move forward with the offseason. So I guess real quick, Romano signed the 1-year, $10.5 million deal, which is, the logic is stupid because we gave him a qualifying offer, which is worth $19 million for 1 year, but whatever. I'm not going to complain. It helped us out. So let's take a look at arbitration. So Scott White's eligible for arbitration. There's 2 years left till he's a free agent. I'm not ready to give him a long-term deal. I will give him a 2-year deal. We'll go up to about, there we go, 5.8 a year. That he's a free agent in 2 years. We'll see where he's at. Hunter Green improved, but I'm not ready to go. 3-year deal. There we go. We'll see. In 3 years, he'll be a free agent. We'll see where we're at then. Hopefully, he becomes that star, which I think he can be. Cabrera, our first baseman, had a pretty damn good rookie. I don't even want to call it a rookie year because he has 4 years of service time because he was our backup. But I will look to lock him up. I'll give him a 5-year deal. That takes him until he's 28. And the thing is, normally I'd be I want to be able to get a draft pick for him if he leaves. We have no young first baseman right now. All our first basemen are projects, so 40-something overalls that we can use. So the fact that he's a 79, he's improving. Now his fielding is bad, I understand that. But if he can hit 280 with 30 home runs, get on base a little bit, his WAR will be about 2.5, 3 because his fielding is that bad. But we need that bat, we really do, and we have no one up and coming. Perez has 3 years of service time, a pretty good player. He's not a superstar, but he's a serviceable third baseman. We'll give him a 3-year deal. At the end of that, we'll cross our bridge, see if we were ready to get a draft pick. Winker, I want on the team next year at least as a backup, so he can get that service time in, and then we can let him go into free agency and potentially get a draft pick for him. So, Landon Blue, it's already been 3 years that he's been on the team. He has regressed every year, but a 3-year for 3.9, and then he's 26. He's a free agent. I think with most starters, we should at least let them see where they're at. Or all pitchers, we should see where they're at when they're eligible to be a free agent and see if we can get that draft pick. Philip Irving, a guy who is a serviceable defensive player, not much of a bat. He is 31, but he's mostly just a 4A player. But I do want that guy because we may need him. We start losing some other guys, so we'll sign him. Jackson Stevens has just been a long man for us for the last couple of years. He is 29, has 4 years of service time. I think another 2-year deal for him. At that point, he's a free agent, or he's eligible to be a free agent with the service time. Jeter Downs has been a utility shortstop. I think he started a couple years for us. Really a replacement level player, if that. Right around, yeah, I mean, his rookie year was terrible. You take out his rookie year, his WAR is basically at 0. He is literally the definition. You wonder what a replacement level player is. It is Jeter Downs. So if you guys ever see me talking about WAR, and I always say, oh, when's a replacement player? Jeter Downs, a 70 overall, is a replacement level player. That's basically what he is. So, a 2-year deal, though, for a backup who can field a little bit. Not a great fielder, but he can field. All right, so let's take a look at tender contracts now. So we got some young guys here. Trammell had a okay, I don't want to call it a rookie year because he has 2 years of service time, but a good year. 18 home runs, 20 stolen bases. He is improving. What is his potential? If you guys are new to the channel and you didn't know this, you can check a guy's actual potential. Now, it says A, so we know it's between 90 and 99, but there's a big difference between 99 and 90 potential. If you go to Edit Player, you go to Attributes, there you go. He's a 90 potential. So, that does change how I think of him. I'll go like a 3-year. I don't want to go crazy with him because I'm not sure he's going to be an everyday starter because we do have Brian Richardson, who guy can hit, who I think should be playing every day. Chavez is a catcher. He's still not going to be our catcher yet because we do have Stevenson, who was great last year, but this guy looks to be very good. As long as he can improve that fielding and that bat, but like you can see, there's not really a weakness to his game. Though his weakness, you would say, for a catcher, I mean, his speed's bad. Obviously, he's a catcher, but everything right now is 50 or higher for a 24-year-old who's improving. So I might just like see if we can get like a 5-year. Yeah, 5 years for like that's going to be about $15.5, $16 million. He's locked up till he's 29. It's going to cost more like 17. John Damon, he improved. I think he's not ready yet, just because we have. Normally, if like we needed an outfielder, I would use him, but we have the ability to not have to use him, so we'll just sign him to that 1-year deal. And the rest of this, it looks like I'll just sign guys. We don't really need to go through all this, so let me just go sign all these guys. It'll take me 2 seconds. Guys, so we went through all that, did all the signings now. We want to make sure our 40-man is all set. So guys like Lou Lawrence, I don't want to add him to the 40-man if I don't need to. This guy, Mercado, is a draft pick of ours. Now, I'm thinking, because we actually have some starters who are like Lawrence and Mercado are almost there. I might have him try as a long man because we know what Jackson Stevens is. We know that he's nothing great. Where is he? Where's Jackson Stevens? Maybe he hasn't signed his contract. There he is. Like, we know he's pretty much that. But he's already 29. Maybe give like Lou Lawrence or Mercado a chance to be a long man. If they really develop as a long man in the majors and they pitch well, they may jump up in overall. And then we know the following year we can let Romano go. Or we can let someone else go, like Stevenson when he's a free agent. Like, I think that's probably smart on us. So we should probably do that next year. Mateo's not going to be eligible for the Rule 5 draft. Gill might be. He is. And then we still have like this guys like Mateo, and we have Rex Duncan, who shouldn't be eligible. He is not. So I think that probably makes sense. I have Stevens. I'll still keep him around. He'll probably start the year in the minors. And like if these guys like Mercado or Lawrence really struggle, then we'll be all right. Let's move on. Let's see. Castro's not eligible. None of those guys will be. Chavez has service time, so obviously he's not eligible. Stout probably is not. First base. This guy's not a draft pick of ours, so we can't use him. All our draft picks are these are all our draft picks we've had. So that's what I was mentioning with Cabrera. We have no one who's ready yet. I might try to get someone in the draft who may not have the highest potential, but is like a 75 overall C potential. If I can find a first baseman like that, That's a backup first baseman, which goes a long way for us because we really don't have one. The only one we really have is, I believe, where is he? Is Perez can play first. So let's see. Short is our big time prospect for a positional player, but I'm not sure if he'll ever be able to a great player because his durability and fielding are so bad. That's all good there. All these outfielders. They already have on the 40-man. I don't know if Fairchild's a draft pick of ours, so I'll add him to the 40-man. I don't think he is. Damon should not be eligible already. He's already a 79 overall, but like I said, him in the minors I think will do is probably best. So that's good for that. We're all set. So let's see what happens in free agency. And hopefully players do not sign in the NL Central. Bellinger's a Ranger. Okay. 6 years, only $164 million. That would be higher. Shohei Ohtani's a Philly. Wow. 8 years, 207. He didn't pitch that great. A 4.15 ERA? Not that great. Alvarado's a Royal. Gleyber Torres is a Ranger. Rangers making moves. Blue Jays got Alex Reyes. John Newcomb is a White Sox. Middleton's a Cub. So there's a team in our division getting a closer. Matt Chapman's a Brave. Matt Olson's a Dodger. So there's a replacement for Bellinger. Manny Margot went back to the Red Sox, a team that developed him, traded him in the Craig Kimbrell trade. Caratini's an Oriole. Giolito's a National. He was traded for Adam Eaton. Castillo's an Athletic. Paul Blackburn is a Giant. Chance Sisco's an Athletic. J.P. Crawford's a Red Sox. Alfaro's it's like the same 5 teams are making signings. That sucks. The Cardinals got Albies. That actually does suck for us. Stratton's a National. We already did the 40-man. So they haven't said yet Rodon is a White Sox. Let's take a look free agency. Did our relievers sign? They all did sign, so we are getting 3 extra draft picks in next year's draft. That's huge. Ty Black is a Mariner. Iglesias is a Ranger. Rosario's a Diamondback. Marquez is a Pirate, so there's someone in our division. Moncada's a Marlin. I guess the Miami wanted to get a big-time Cuban player, and they got Moncada. Rule 5 draft. So we have the 13th pick again. And we are just going to skip the selection. So, middle of the road pick. Usually there's like 10 blue chippers, so we're probably not going to get one. Maybe we get lucky and one of them slips and falls, but at the end of the day, we're going to have a lot of extra picks. So I think we may have, there's 6 rounds, we get a competitive balance pick plus 3 picks for losing players. We should have 10 picks in the draft. So let's just make sure, we'll just send the rest of the season. I don't think there's anything for us to do. Devers is a Diamondback. Ooh, damn. Can't do trades. Ian Happ is a Ray. Luke Weaver's a Royal. Miller's an Athletic. Odor's a Diamondback, and Athletics are making a lot of signings. Marisnik is a Tiger. Let's just make sure we renew contracts. There's no one there. What is our budget looking like? We're still very good budget-wise, and I'm kind of just thinking that because we may, when guys start getting expensive, we do have to make sure we re-sign our players. So, all right, let's go to the spring training. Off-season's over. Let's into the regular season. And now let's build this team up. So, let's go to roster history. Let's go to starting pitcher. So, we have Green, Stevenson, Romero, Stevens. I'm going to send Stevens down. And then I want to call it Landon Blue. And Mercado's already on the team. All right, so where's Landon Blue? He's on the team. Okay, so let's send down Stevens. He probably will have to clear waivers, but he'll clear them. All right, so let's go to bullpen. Weiss is on the team, but I'll probably call him down. Nevar's on the team. I'll keep him there. Even though his overall's only a 70, he pitches well. Weiss does... No, never mind. The only time he pitched extensively was like 5 years ago, and he wasn't great. But look at all these guys. This is where our capital of relievers has been in. So we have Rivas, Tejada, Montoya. Castro's 74 overall. Delgado's a 72. Stanley is a 68. And McDermott is a 68, but he has a B potential. So probably call it Castro. He's a 74. Is he a right? He's a righty. Montoya's a righty. Tejada's a lefty. Rivas is a lefty. And I think Nevar's a lefty. He is. So let's call up Castro. From AA straight to the bigs. And I'll keep Nevar up here now. Actually, let's take a look. Yeah, Yeah, send Weiss down. Where is he? Here he is. He'll probably have to clear waivers. He'll clear them. And let's put... All right, there we go. So, our rotation of Stevenson, Green, Maley. Let's change that up. Landon Blue. There we go. That's not a bad rotation, boys. Not too bad. Let's see how Mercado does as the long man. In AAA, we want Rex Duncan playing every day, obviously. And in AA, let's put you there. Let's put you there. There we go. Take a look at the lineup. Let's go to roster history. Catchers. We've put a good amount of capital in the catchers. Right now, we have Stevenson, who hit over 317 home runs last year. Oki, and then I'm probably going to send down Chavez again. Let him play every day in the minors. Stout looks to be legit power. Chapman, C potential, and B potential for Figueroa. He's a project. So we're going to call down Chavez to AAA. First baseman, we have Cabrera. That's it. These guys. Royal's the only one we really put high capital into on the guys in the minors. But, they're all Bs, I think, except Bunty. But, so we'll see. So we got to call down Chavez. Second base, we have Senzel. I'm going to call up Smart because the dude can hit. So let's go do that. So where's Chavez? Hopefully he doesn't have to clear waivers. He does. I've never seen someone get claimed, though, so I think we'll be fine. If he does get claimed, then we kind of screw that up. I think we're fine. I want to keep his service time lower. But let's see. And I want him to play every day because he wasn't going to play every day. I've never seen anyone get claimed. So if he gets claimed, then, that's a new thing. All right, let's go to third base. We have Gonzalez, who we can use, and Morales. But where's Perez on the team? We'll send down Morales. No, they can both play first base. Yeah, send down Morales, call it Perez. Shortstop, we have Jeter Downs, and I want to call it Nakamura. So let's take care of that. Third base, Perez up. Morales down. And then shortstop, let's call it Nakamura. And let's go to the outfield now, which it should be all set. Winker, I want on the team. Trammell, White. Clemens will probably send... Oh, they have Zarate in the minors. I want him on the big league club to get service time because I probably will not be keeping him. And I want Richardson. So call up Zarate, Richardson, call down Clemens. Probably call it Fairchild because I don't know if he has a draft pick of ours. I think you guys are saying he is, but we can do better. So, and then Irving... We'll see if we need him or not. So let's go take care of the outfield. So Clemens is already going through. He's getting sent down, so that's fine. So call you up, call down Fairchild, and then call down Irving. And now we have to add players to the AAA team. So let's do that. And then build our lineup, and we should be good to go, guys. All right, so Perez at third base. So I want Richardson playing every day, probably in left. Scott White. Yeah, Scott White's a better outfielder. Zarate's been our best fielding outfielder, but he's going to be on the bench. You guys want Trammell in there, who's pretty good. So we're going to put Trammell in center. So Trammell in center. And then we'll have Richardson in left. And in right field, we have Winker, but I'll probably go with Zarate. Did Winker play every day? Wait, what was the other outfield that we have? Scott White, Trammell, Richardson. That's it. Yep, that's it. Okay. Oh, it's because we're doing the American League lineup, and there's the DH. So we'll have Winker play. No, we'll have Zarate play in the American League. So, and first base is Cabrera. Scott White leading off. How many stolen bases? He does get 20 stolen bases. We'll have Scott White lead off. Let's give that a try this year. Perez batting second. No. I'll probably put Richardson batting second. Guy has good contact. Senzel. I want Nakamura playing every day too. Clay Smart is a good bench bat. That guy could. I wish his fielding and durability were a little bit better because he could be a good second baseman. But we do have Senzel, but we could move Senzel to third. But I think him at second base is probably best. Cabrera did hit 24 home runs. Zarate, Stevenson, Trammell, that's fine. All right, so Scott White, we want Nakamura playing every day. Senzel, Cabrera in right field. We want Richardson in left. Trammell in center. Scott White in right. There we go. And then we want Perez at third. And then let's put you down here. All right, so let's do this again. So let's put Nakamura in there. Third base, we want Perez. Does anyone just like mash versus lefties for no apparent reason? Not really. Okay. And who is this? That's a right fielder, so we'll put Zarate in. This is in the American League. That's fine. And then last lineup to do. And let's put Richardson in. So Richardson in left. And then we need to put in Trammell in center. Let's have that. And there we go. I'll let the computer fix that. Let's make sure our scouts are all good. We can get, a new international. That one's better. We'll get him. East, Central, and West. Maybe improve West. Nope. Okay. So there's that. Let's take a look at top prospects. We have the number 8 in Rex Duncan, who I think one more year away, I think. James Short is at 16. And I think that's probably it. Nope, Mateo. I forgot about Mateo. He's only 21, so that's good. So 3 big-time prospects. Maybe a fourth of it. No, there's no fourth. All right. So let's see where we're at. If we go look at 30th? Really? Really? I don't understand that. The Pirates are ranked 8th. We'll see. I think we're better. I mean, I guess it's all if we improve, everyone else improves more, then I guess that's true. But I mean, Nick Senzel's a player. Let's look at the lineup when we're in the American National League. Excuse me. I don't know. I like this lineup. I might move Stevenson had a good year last year, but I think Trammell's a better hitter. All things being equal, let's see how we do. Let's get into the season, boys. Let's go to here. Haha, Chavez has cleared waivers. We gotta fix that. Send you down to AA. I'll send you down to Class A. Alright, now let's fix the lineups in the minors, make sure our big-time players are playing, and they are. Figueroa is not, but I would rather Stout play every day. So yeah, we're good there. So let's go to about here. This is May, and we'll take a look at the draft. We're off to a great... Never mind. We were like 7-2, and then we lost like 6 straight games. So right now we're just chilling around 500, 23-21. Let's take a look at the draft, and let's take a look at what's out there. So let's look at... So here are the blue chips. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 blue chips. This guy's probably the best. Or Greg Wolf. Ooh, that guy looks like a professional hitter. David Lopez. Greg Wolf looks good. All right, let's take a look at first baseman. Like I said earlier, I want to find a first baseman. It doesn't have to have the best potential. I just want a guy who can play on the team. So let's have... wrong thing. PJ Fleming, he's international. Let's have Wiggins scout him. See how good he is. I just see that he can play next year. That's the biggest thing I see. I don't care if he's like a C or a D potential. Well, I care if he's a D. If he's like a C potential, he's like a 75 overall. Great bench bat. We do need a shortstop. And there's some here that are scouted. So that's fine. We really don't need an outfielder. Let's take a look at the team. I think maybe get another reliever because they are coming up on service time, so we should invest in relieving. And I'll let the computer do that. I think that first baseman was important. Stevenson's really struggling this year. Green's pitching okay. Romano's pitching all right. Blue's struggling. That's where our weakness is. Mercado's pitched great as longman. Our bullpen's been really bad. Now, in the minors, Weiss is struggling. Lawrence is struggling. Mateo's pitching great. Duncan's pitching great, so that's good at least. The lineup, Scott White's in 202. 8 home runs, so he's like on pace for like his best slugging year, maybe. Ben Richardson, 270. Nick Senzel, 303 with 10 home runs midway through May. Cabrera, 282 with 7 home runs. Zarate, I mean, he barely plays. This is the, let's look at the National League lineup. Trammell, there we go, 307. 9 home runs. Stevenson, 304. Perez, 308. Nakamura, 296. The lineup's hitting. We just need a pitch. Let's go to the draft. So if we can just get some pitching, we could be in business. Right now we're 30 and 31. 5 games out of the division. That's in play. 4 out of the wild card. So we're in the mix. So hopefully there's a blue chip available at 13. Let's go to the draft. So we have the 13th pick. Look at this competitive balance. We have the 2nd pick, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Holy, there's a lot of picks there. And then in round 2, we have the 6th pick because 7 other teams in the top of the first round took free agents. Compensatory round, there's 3 picks here. And then a competitive rounds, man, we have so many picks this draft. We need to do well in this. Is there a blue chip available? There is not. Okay. There's a second. He's a project, but he's going to be so far away. Now, this guy, normally when there's a guy who's like this good, they're normally not. Like the potential's not there, but that accuracy bar is pretty damn high. Oh, that's tempting. And the thing is, we currently have Senzel at second base, but we can move. This guy can also play first and the outfield. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong second baseman. Shoot. He can't play any other positions. Dude can hit, can field, good power. I'm going to take him just because that bar is pretty high in the accuracy. Normally this isn't something good. Now what we can do is we can move Senzel to third because Senzel came up as a third baseman. So let's take Lombard and hope that's a good pick. All right, competitive balance picks. All right, third baseman. He could have power and fielding. Let's take him. Goldsmith. We can take guys like I do want to take that. Is that first baseman out there? All right, there's like no first baseman left. Wow. Ooh, a closer. Let's take him. We have so many picks here. We can kind of like take some chances. All right, starters. We don't need a starter. We don't need a catcher. I'll probably take this guy. He's only 20, and he can play first and the outfield. He's a project, but that's fine. Third base, he's already 24. Probably take Braswell. I know he's probably not going to be his potential probably won't be great, but we do need. Wait, can he play any other positions? He can play second and third, so there's usefulness there. All right, round 2. I'll take Nunez. There's a center fielder here, but we don't need more outfielders right now. I mean, we may in a little bit, but we have Damon still chilling in the minors too. Right. I might take him just as a project. He's already 22. A starter who's a project, but 75 out of 80 potential. I'll take that. I'll take him. Where is he? I'll take that project outfielder. He's 22, but I mean, if he's ready in 4 years, I mean, if he can help us, he can help us. And let's see if we can find a guy who, Baez, probably not. I mean, he could be ready next year, but he doesn't really have a great hitting stat. I was hoping he could have some like power, because we do need power on the team. A second baseman who's a project, but he can play also third. But he's only a 70 out of the 80 potential. Probably take a starter here. Let's probably take Baez, I guess. I think we have 1 or 2 more picks left. I guess we'll take this Chuck dude. He can also play first, but I mean, I think he's the best player available. That, I think, is our 10th pick. Yep. So we didn't even get to the 3rd round. We had so many picks because of losing the free agent. So Hopefully we did well in it. I have no idea if we did or not, which is probably not a great thing. But I was hoping to get that first baseman. We do need to get a first baseman eventually. All right, let's take a look, see how we did. Hit or miss, but there's some good picks here. Some bad ones, but there's some good ones. I'm okay with it. No A's, but a lot of B's. So, Lombard, 88 potential as a second baseman. Good durability, which is nice. He'll be able to play every day, and the bat might play. He's already 22, but he should develop pretty quickly. Goldsmith at third base. This guy is intriguing. Look at the speed. Look at the power combo. Now, we do have Short, who's also a third baseman, but I don't know. We'll see. Well, it's a competition's never a bad thing. So that was a good pick. Paxton, the closer, 89 potential. He's only a 61 overall. He's from Germany. But he throws lefty, so that's important. He has a great beard. Arroyo, another second baseman. He's a guy who can play first and the outfield. Good durability, which is nice. Terrible fielding, but hey, he's only 20. This pick, Braswell, was a bad pick. I was hoping he'd be a little bit higher overall. But whatever. Nunez, a starter. He's only 20. 80 potential, so that's a low B. Donnelly, another starter. 77 potential. Nothing too crazy. Saldana, that was that project. 86 potential, not too bad. 74 for Baez. Great stamina, but that's about it. And 77 for Dicion, or I don't know, for Chuck. I thought he was best player available. Obviously, that's not the case. And that was it. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bs. So 6 out of 10 picks were Bs. That's not bad. And what? 3 of them were 87 or higher, which you can classify as like a high B, maybe develop into an A potential. That's not bad. I only wish we got a true first baseman, but it wasn't available when we looked. So let's continue simulating. And let's see how we do. Colby Albert for Montgomery and Gonzalez. Wow. Okay. Tony Kemp for Tyler Neal and Chris Rodriguez. All right. I might be calling up some pitchers soon. Can't do trade. Pirates, stop calling. All right, we're at the All-Star break. We're 51-47. 3 games out of the division. Our run differential is a positive. We're ranked 29th, which I don't understand. We are a game and a half out of the wild card. We are right in the mix of this. Stevenson's pitching better. Hunter Green's now a 91 overall, a 3.45 ERA. Romano's really struggling, a 4.73. Landon Blue's now a 87. Wow. 3.33 ERA. Maley a 3.16. So those guys are pitching. Mercado is kind of regressed. Nevar is pitching terrible. Same with Castro. Tejada's not great. Weiss is doing well in the minors. Stevens. I mean, what we could do is like use a guy like Lou Lawrence, who I think is ready. Connor Reed is not a draft pick of ours, I don't believe. Connor Gill, I think, was. Duncan, I don't want to use him out of the bullpen. I want him to continue to pitch. What we could do is we got to get so let's see. Yeah, Castro will probably send him down. McDermott and they're not pitching great in the minors, so I'm not going to call them up. But I will probably call up Lawrence. And I'm going to have him pitch out of the bullpen. I know he has great stamina and all that stuff, and it doesn't make sense, but we need a guy out there who can pitch. So I'm going to put him... Yeah, we're going to put him here. I mean, I don't know how that's going to affect it, but we need guys to... we need people who can perform, and I think he can outperform anyone else we really have. So let's put in a new guy here. We'll put Stevens in there. Let's take a look at the lineup. Scott Whitehead, 234. It's going up. On base is at 301. I don't know where to bat him other than like leadoff. I just don't know. I mean, he has good vision. Brian Richardson, 263. Not too bad. On base at 343. Senzel, 293, 17 home runs. Cabrera, 268, 10 home runs. Gets on base solid amount. Zerat, let's look at the non. I mean, we can maybe move Trammell up, batting leadoff, 347 on base. Stevenson, 2.8. Stevenson's really putting together a nice career. 11 home runs. Perez, 311. What's his on base? 396. Let's do that. And we'll just move White up to like there. Let's see. So Nakamura is in 250. No home runs. But he does have 25 stolen bases. And Winker's doing well for limited at bats. So yeah, let's see how Perez does leading off. Let's have him lead off in the National League too. I mean the American League. So we'll see if that helps our lineup out. I mean, he is hitting great. I'm not sure if that's... He's an 82 overall, so our team's definitely jumping up in overall. Damon in the minors, he's an 80 overall as well, hitting 260, 14 home runs. Who else are some of the big prospects we have? Chavez. He's improving. He's an 81 overall now. That arm that could be useful. Let's see. Short is actually regressing. Like power versus left and contact versus left are regressing in AA. Stout, 8 home runs. Hasn't really improved that much. How do we have for top prospects? Do we have anyone top 5? Duncan's now 4. I think next year he'll be in the bigs. Probably as our long man. James Short's down to 20. I think he dropped. I think he was 16. Mateo's at 23 now. I think that's it. I don't think we have anyone else. Nope. All right, so let's keep going. See if the changes can help us. I really hope we can make the playoffs this year. Heaney for McIntyre, Kimbrough, and Batista. Can't do trades. All right, we're at the trade deadline. 6 games over 500. I'll say this, though. Our players are improving quite a bit. Like, we have talent, on a good amount of talent. So, all right, we just lost 6 in a row. That's not good. AAA season ended, AA season ended. So, okay, let's take a look. We're 9 games over 500. We're 6.5 out of the division. 2 out of the wild card. I don't understand we're ranked 28th. I don't understand that. So wait, who's in front of us? Let's take a look. Brewers and Cubs, and then the Nationals. Do we play of them coming up? Brewers and Cubs in this homestand right there. So they are 4 games up the Brewers. Take that back, 4.5. Uh-oh. Okay, 1, 2 out of 3. Cubs are 5 up. Now they're 8 up. All right, it's not looking good now. We're going to have to somehow beat... We play the Brewers here. We need to sweep them. Oh, we did. Oh, the Pirates are bad. 3.5 behind. We have to... So how many games are left? 3. So we have to win out and the Brewers have to lose out and they have an extra game? All right, we didn't make the playoffs. 85 and 77. That stinks. 6 games out of the division, 2 out of the wild card. That stinks. That actually really hurts. 2 games out. Stevenson really did struggle. Green's our ace. We have an ace, so that's good at least. Romano pitched well. Blue pitched really well again. Maley pitched great. So there's a rotation here. I think Stevenson, is a free agent. Let's take a look. Is he? I might let him go in the offseason. This is 2024. Yep, so he is a free agent. Tell me, guys, meet me in the comments. Should we let Stevenson go? We do have other guys coming up. We have a good amount of... How did Lawrence do? He pitched okay. But we have Mercado. I mean, we have Rex Duncan. We have Mateo. I think Stevenson, last 2 years, it hasn't been... He only had 1 really good year. I think we'll probably let him go get that draft pick. Romano, he pitched pretty well. But I think we keep him for another year? I don't know. I think Stevenson's a no-brainer. We let him go. Romano, what do you think? I would love to hear that in the comments down below. We need to have that bullpen develop. Tejada pitched well. Rivas pitched well. No one else really did, but bullpen's so volatile. I mean, let's take a quick look. Is there a guy that we have that... Do we turn Mateo to a reliever? He only has 66 stamina. I think we change him to a reliever. He'll be on the team next year. Lawrence, we already know, has good stamina. Duncan has good stamina. Matt Wood, maybe we change some of these starters to relievers who have bad bad stamina. So let's take a look at the lineup. Did Perez end up hitting 298, 17 home runs, a wins above replacement of 2.5, almost a career high there. Richardson 270. Okay, Richardson has 9 on contact first left. He's now an 8 potential. 23 home runs, still 16 bags. His defense wasn't great, but his WAR was 3, so he's definitely a player for us. Senzel, 283, 25 home runs. That's probably a career year for him. His WAR was probably the best for him because of everything he did, and tied it. Cabrera, 289, 22 home runs. He improved. He's a good first baseman. Again, his WAR will never be crazy high because his defense is so bad. But it did go up 4 for defense. Scott White, 251, 26 home runs. Career high in home runs. His average was pretty much what it normally is. Stevenson definitely struggled in the second half of the year. Maybe we are going to move with Chavez moving forward. He's a higher overall. And that arm should help us. So I think Chavez, will be our catcher next year. I think Stevenson will be our backup. Trammell did great. 290, 27 home runs. That's great to see. And he improved a lot. And then Nakamura did hit 1 home run. Shortstop's definitely a weak point on our team. Clay Smart can't play it. Doesn't have a second position. He can hit. The dude had 184 at bats, hit 326. Dude can hit. Do we move Senzel to short? We could move Senzel to short and then have Smart play at second base, but his durability is pretty lousy. I don't know. We have some options to do moving forward because we really don't have a shortstop in the system. I mean, we have this Rodriguez guy who we could have used, but I mean, he's nothing crazy. But I mean, I really hope next year we can make it. We have some changes to make, some guys to call up. That will be a future episode, guys. This one's pretty long. I do apologize if you don't like the longer videos. I know some of you guys do. We'll take a look at awards. We didn't get any. Paul DeJong hit 42 home runs. Ohtani got the Cy Young. Thomas Nino got Gold Glove. I've seen that name before. I just want to actually see reliever of the year. None of our guys that left signed got reliever of the year. So, I mean, we do have a top 5 prospect in Duncan. I think we're definitely going to move Mateo to a reliever for that 66 stamina, and I think that should help play out. So, actually, we'll do that right now. Before the end of the video, we'll see how good, too. He's a 78. If we edit him, make him a closer. Not a reliever. I'm going to make him a closer. He is now a 75. So he did go down overall, but it just makes more sense. His stamina will slowly decrease over time now, but his other stats should improve. So, that's it for the episode, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. It was our best year yet. I guess we can say that. I'll talk to you later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.